Okay, so I now have the Dell PowerEdge 2600 all hooked up and ready to go. Now, I read online that this thing will not fire up unless, jeez, unless you have these two plugged in. If they're not plugged in, then the machine obviously won't turn on. So we're gonna try to start this thing up. It's hooked up to my power bar. Everything else is unplugged from it in case if it goes boom. If it go boom, then all my other stuff go boom. Simple as that. So just to protect anything from going boom, I only have this computer hooked up to that power supply. Now, the power supply on this computer has to have two plugs. One plug on the top, one on the bottom. So you can imagine the size of this thing. It is unbelievable. So, without further ado, let's fire this bitch up and see what happens. I'm gonna sit my ass down on the carpet. I hope nothing blows up in front of me, but I'm just gonna lock the front in case anything does shoot out. Whoa, okay. It turns on, but there's obviously some issue with the fans. I'm not sure if this thing's getting any cooling or not. I'm gonna try again. Oh, wait, never mind. Woo! Look at that. Look at this bitch go. Holy fucking crap. I got a blue Dell light. I don't got any amber lights. Okay, so I'm gonna hook a monitor up to it now that I know that it is safe to use. I'm gonna turn it off. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Fuck. It was too good to be true. Oh, wow. Sound of this thing is just monstrous. But did you see that? The light was blue. And then it went to amber light. So I think there may be some potential here. I don't know. And I'm pretty sure that blinking light was for no bootable devices. That is, the hard drives. Now, there was a box sitting in the dumpster where I got this thing from. And in that box there was hard drives. And they were in these little caddies. The hard drives were beaten up, but the caddies were in perfect condition. And thanks to my stupidity, I didn't even bother picking it up. So now, I gotta drive all the way back to the resource center to pick it up. Hopefully, if I can get there in time. But yeah, I'm gonna hook a monitor up and see what happens. If I can get this thing to run, oh boy. But I'm not using it for my purposes, I'm using it for, well, I won't be using it at all. If I can get this working, hopefully I can try to sell it. Because that's what I'm looking to do. This thing's worth like $1,000, but I probably won't get that. But if I can get a decent price off it, I'll be happy, and the customer will be happy. Okay, so now it's hooked up to the monitor. I'm not going to hook any keyboards up yet until I see a Dell logo. Just as I thought. don't think... Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, look at that. Holy shit. This thing's actually booting. It says keyboard failure, but embedded server magnet firmware revision 1.74. Has a 3066 megahertz processor. Scanning SCSI. Please reboot your system. Logical drives found on host adapter.
So, it's detecting that there's no hard drives present on this computer. But the light's still blue. And I'm wondering how long though, because I'm not sure if this thing's gonna overheat or what it will do. It sounds like an engine almost on a car, because of how loud this thing is. Could you imagine being in a room full of these computers running at the same time? Oh my god, that'd be heaven to my ears, but it'd also be deafening to my ears, since I won't be able to hear anything. Now I'm going to put the camera down, I'm going to open the front, and see if I get any error lights. Okay, so I'm not getting any blinking indicator lights telling me that there's something wrong. Anything in the drive? Oh, typical. Oh, there it goes. Nothing. Oh, sweet Jesus, this thing's actually running. All by itself. That is unbelievable. It's not even... I didn't even have to do anything to this machine. All I will have to do is to get the little slot things for the hard drives. Now it's just cooling itself down, because the fans are still running. Or I think it's in suspend mode. Or it could be just cooling itself down. Yeah. And the screen still pops up. So yeah, that's what it was doing. It was actually in a cooling mode. So yeah, that's all it was actually doing. But yeah. That is sweet. A free working server. And it's actually modern too. It's not old school or anything like that. There is newer ones than this one, but schools are still using this particular machine. But my favorite part is when the Dell logo lights up. That is the best feature on this thing. But holy shit, look at the size of... I'm still trying to get over the fact of how big and massive this server is. I cannot believe how big this thing actually is. This is the first time I've actually seen one up close, and I've actually ever owned one in person. In person. Like, I have seen these things running. They are mostly running Windows 2000 Server Edition. But, yeah. Judging by the optical drive, it says it's 2004. Yep. Now, the hard drives that were sitting in that box at the Resource Center, they were, I believe, 30 gig drives, but they were beaten to hell. Like, they were dinged up and badly damaged. They were not salvageable. But the caddy that they were sitting in is what I need for this machine. Or the caddies that they're sitting in might be for that server. I don't know. The 1400 SC. So I'm not even sure whether or not if those caddies go to this machine or to the other one. That's the big thing I gotta find out. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to sleep as soon as possible. When I'm done sleeping, I'm gonna probably wake up around 6 or 7 in the morning. And at 7 in the morning, I'm gonna run right down to that resource center and I'm gonna pick up what I should have picked up in the first place. The little caddy things. Because that's what I need. If I don't have those caddies, then this thing's useless. And I don't know how much they go for, and I'm not wanting to find out. All I want to do is to get this free server working and try to sell it. Because these things are good buyers, so anyway. Thanks for watching, everybody, and yeah, this is a big score. Like a whale almost, my god.